Hey, what's up guys? Steve here and welcome back to an episode of The Bus. So today's our first episode and we will be taking a quick walk through one of the routes that's available with one of our buses. So as you can see in front of us, today we are in the Scania and this is the fixed body length, I don't know what we call it, non-articulated or solo version. So let's head on inside today's bus and we'll talk you through what we're going to do. So as you can see, there's a lot of people here waiting for us, so let's open our doors and we'll head on inside. So yeah, as mentioned guys, this is the solo version. There is an articulated version as well available. Oh, my head's gone in there. Available in this as well, and there's some really cool features on this one, such as the opening windows. So you can now open these sort of like quarter windows to let fresh air into the customers as they're driving along. You can see each one individually opens, and same with that one. Hopefully, come on, open. There's also some skylights which I'll show you in a second that can be opened. Alright, so let's jump on into the seat for today. So for those of us familiar with the tourist bus, it is very similar to that Fern bus. So let's have a look around the cabin of today's bus that we're going to be using, and we'll start her up and get her running. Oh no, got the indicators. Oh, the buttons are different. There we go. So now it's running. You'll see we've also knelt a little bit there for these passengers to get on. It does have a kneeling system which is automated as soon as you open the doors. And yeah, as mentioned, it's very detailed inside. This is your computer, so this is where we start off today. So we enter in the tour number, so you've got it up the top here. So 84785, and then hit enter. So that's our ticket setup. Now people will start to get on. You'll notice a lot of these people are very familiar for our tourist bus and fern bus episodes. They're almost identical anyway. Alright, so that's everyone on board. You'll see there's a few bits and pieces on here, such as mirrors and cameras for the passengers that we can watch as we're going along. Oh yeah, hang on. There you go. So, as I mentioned, yeah, so standard colour, yellow. I think that's the colour of all of them at the moment, to be fair. There's nothing really there that you can change. Camera seems on a weird angle, maybe it is. Alright, so now that we're ready to set up and go, we've got a few bits and pieces that we need to do ready to go. So you can see here, this is all our controls. So these are all the sort of rear hatches, and you'll see the rear hatches open up, and then you've got the front hatch. You can open that one, and that does all of it open. So depending on how you want the cabin ventilated, you can open them and close them and stuff like that. You've also got the lighting, the air conditioning system you can turn on. So I don't know if this actually has any effect on anything at the moment, but it potentially can be integrated in. Yeah, observation monitors, or your parking brakes, heated. Yeah, some of these buttons do work, some of them don't. Then moving up to the light switch, so we'll turn those on. You've got fog lights, you've got demisting settings, traction control, which you can turn off in case you want to drift it, driver's cabin lights, passenger lights, all of that there, which you can turn on and off. So yep, still functional. Your main rev counter and speedo, and then you've got your lifting and tilting and all of that stuff, doors and locking and drive buttons. And got to get used to these view buttons. I'm so used to it being the other way around in the other two. So anyway, so yeah, so that's kind of our bus setup for today. So let's shut the door. You'll see it level up the bus. So we'll press the brake, select that, turn off the parking brake, and then pull away. So yeah, we have today's route, which I think is about half an hour route. So it starts off here at the airport and then follow us around. So yeah, you got a few bits and pieces to do today. As we go around, I'll just explain a little bit more about the bus. Obviously it is in early access. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of the videos again, so I'm not going to do a full sort of like, you know, step-by-step guide and whatnot. Obviously if you think that's something you want to see, let me know and I can start showing you through the setup and stuff. But obviously it's just to get our first initial impressions of what they've given us as part of the early access, and you know, it's a work in progress. I think that's probably the best way to say it. So there's a lot of bugs. I think one of the fact that the opening screen of the game tells you that it is basically very buggy, and yeah, you need to take that into account, and it will crash, and it could lose your save games and stuff like that. I have noticed a few bits. I'll talk to you about those as I'm going around. There's a few bits that we've noticed that are yeah, particularly buggy. AI traffic is one of them, but that's nothing unusual if you're familiar with our videos for Tourist Bus and Fern Bus. Yeah, they're very buggy. Alright, so we're just going to put up this traffic light here. You can see the stops, like you've got this one here on the right. So there's a lot of the stops in this particular route that are not used yet. They're not utilised. There is probably about half a dozen stops so far in this particular one route that we use. Right, let's just pull over here so we can get through these traffic lights. I think we're just going left at these traffic lights. So yeah, it's not obviously they are developing this as it goes through. It's going to become more and more, and there's going to be more and more sort of added to the game as it goes through. Alright, so oh god, he's stopping. Okay, he's stopping for the police car, that's probably why. Alright, but yeah, the right of way does seem to have a bit of a glitch in it. Some people seem to think they've got right of way when they shouldn't have, but yeah, I'm sure that again that's something that will be fixed. But yeah, there's a lot of good in this game. There's a lot that needs some work, and there's a lot that you know, hopefully gets taken out. Obviously, some of the AI traffic is one of them. But yeah, generally on, you know, so far my initial impressions, graphically wise, needs some optimization, but you know, which one of their games previously didn't? But it has got a lot of promise. As I say, definitely a lot of promise. I think, as I say, we've got only one route at the minute, so you can do it in full or part, or you can can mess around with different bits and pieces. There's a lot of detail to what they've done. The fact that they've recreated the town in 1-to-1 scale is that's no mean feat. As I say, the depth and the fact that they've had to sort of increase sort of the design and the layouts. Just one thing here on the right side, you'll see there a couple of name brands. So you've got a petrol station and you've got a Burger King. So yeah, you've oh, hang on, oh, is this truck? No, he's fine, he's going to stay there. Yeah, there's a few bits. There's a bus on the left there that also has no branding, and it seems to be like rainbow multicolored, but I guess that will be something that they change, maybe a Flixbus or something in the future. So there's a lot of stuff that they've got. Obviously they wanted to release this with early access, and don't in any way, shape or form begrudge that. It is a work in progress. It is something that is going to get developed. I don't think they've put an exact timescale over it, and there was some articles and videos and stuff that I was watching that said it can be up to 18 months. But anyway, we've got a stop coming up here, so let's show you what goes on at each stop. So we're just going to stop within our marks here. I've got them on just to remind me where I'm stopping. Alright, so let's remember my keys. Can I remember what button? There we go. So doors will open, people will start getting on. Sometimes, oh yeah, there you go, some people will want a ticket. So you've got the little ticket machine here. So I've got to press the wrong button with my mouse. Now I'm trying to steer with my mouse. Alright, hang on, let's get rid of, can we get rid of this? What have I pushed? One more, there you go. So they tell you what ticket they want. So they want a single ticket on route AB, and they want one, so you press OK. It will ask you for the change, so you take that and then you give them change. So far I've noticed that is exactly the same transaction that everybody asked for. So it's €4 and €1 change, because the ticket is €3. That is everything I've got so far. Alright, cool. So look at this, the exhaust gas coming out of the back of this bus. It's so cool. Right, anyway, let's close our doors. We've got a head on for today's route, so yeah, otherwise this is going to turn into like an hour-long video, and yeah, we haven't got that. So this is part of the glitching, maybe shall we call it that? Bug, whatever you like to call it that, of the traffic. So you can see there's a car at the front of the queue there, right in the distance, that just appears to be stopped. So we're going to have to maybe cause a small traffic accident. So let's try and squeeze through here. You might hear some scraping right now. Oh, there you go. Ooh, gentle. Still a lot of braking, a lot of scratching. And there we go. Kind of through, kind of, yeah, let's go. There we go. So yeah, I don't know why, for some reason it always seems to do that. It always seems to bug in certain places where you can't get through. But anyway, we're here. We're past that. Let's forget that never happened and try and concentrate on driving. Try and concentrate on driving. For God's sake. Steering. I think there's something not quite set up right in the steering. It seems very light and very wafty. I think that might be just something I've done because a lot of people have said that the steering feel on this is pretty good. I think I've probably just got something set up wrong. It seems to be, waving around quite a lot and causing quite a lot of wobble. Might be the tilt angle or something like that I've got set up wrong. So, but yeah. So what we got? Kilometre before our next one. So yeah, as mentioned, this is part of their early access. We call it phasing. So it's a 3-phase system, and this is something that you can access from the main hub as well, the main information hub on the first page you come to. But yeah, basically in the first phase you get 2 buses, which is this one and the articulated version. Get 1 bus line, which is the TXL, and you get basically a free play mode, so the ability just to drive the bus either which way, any time, date or weather condition. Has basic passenger transport boarding and departing and basic passenger ticket sales, so gives you I suppose a very playable basic game. How many times you do this route before you get bored, I don't know. I think probably depends on your level of tolerance, I guess. You probably do half a route, maybe backwards for a route. We'll try and do the trip backwards, maybe in a different weather condition, and just show you that for next time. Well, there's a bus lane, I can use that. Right, let's go into the bus lane, because that's what it's there for. But yeah, as you see, there's another bus stop that we don't use, we haven't sort of come across yet, so I guess that will be in other updates. But yeah, I think the fact that you've got a couple of buses, we'll try the bendy bus in the next one. You know what my history is like with bendy buses, so don't be surprised if it goes horrendously bad. Right, that police car nearly rear-ended that other car there. Alright, cool, got green lights, let's go. And another stop coming up here, so this is Brussen. I'm not even going to try and butcher these names, apologies if you're German. I don't want to upset you by horrendously pronunciation of your towns or stops. Oh, okay, that guy just glitched straight through the door. Okay, right, these people are all getting on. So it seems to be that people seem to want to get off the back door and get on the front door, but nobody gets on the middle door or gets off the middle door. I guess at some point, maybe in the future, you're going to have a ramp, maybe, or access ramp or something like that. So you maybe have pushchairs, buggies. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? If you had like a mother with a pushchair or a wheelchair or something getting on and off. That'd be so cool. All right, cool. So bus lane ends here. Oh wow, hello. Okay, you're going to cut me up. Alright, so let's have a quick look at the map. So we've lost the map off the sat-nav for some reason. So between this stop here and the one at the bottom, we've lost the line. Maybe just a glitch. We'll carry straight on down. So what we'll do is let's just get over a little bit, and we'll squeeze between these 2 cars here. Yep, between the taxis. Perfect. Alright, cool. Oh my god, look at the colour of that thing. So taxi on our right. Look at the colour of that Vagor on the left. It's basically a Volvo. Don't pretend it's not. It's a Volvo. It's like a purpley bluey colour. That's pretty cool. But yeah, there's a lot of brands. It's really weird. There's a lot of brands. There's a lot of like your Burger Kings. It's an Aldi, I think it is, or a Lidl maybe. I'm not sure which one it is. There's a lot of sort of in shops and restaurants and stuff like that are branded, yet the cars and the trucks aren't. So that's quite clearly like a MAN truck on the left and like a Mercedes van, but they're not branded. You think they'd probably get the license for that? Maybe, I guess they've got, TML have got licenses for their coaches and stuff. Arrow, I don't know if that's a branded. I guess that's like a BP. I don't know. Maybe German's BP. Oh, and they got really quiet. The only thing I've noticed, they've got really quiet announcements. The lady that tells you what stop it is next does get really quiet. That's just an observation. Maybe I've not turned the volume up in that properly. Right, another unused stop there. Right, so we're going into a 30 zone, so let's try not to speed. Obviously at the moment there's no penalty system, there's no scoring, there isn't anything from that side of things in terms of, you know, trying to level up or create anything, or there is an economy system coming in one of the later stages, but I'll get to that in a second when we talk about, hello. You know what I said about driver AI not getting any better? This one seems to want a brake check. Oh, okay. Alright, so it wants to brake check me at every opportunity. Stupid fake Volkswagen Golf. Right, well, and as I said, he's following me now, so we're going to end up getting stuck behind him for ages. What an absolute... Anyway, police officer, arrest this man. He's quite clearly drunk. Go on, arrest him. Car in front, arrest him. He's brake checked me. He's quite clearly drunk. He didn't stop and give me any details anyway. Alright, so we're going to head through these traffic lights and go left, and then we've got stop just coming up here, just after on the right side. But yeah, I say there's a lot to love about this game. There's a lot. I mentioned there is a lot that needs looking at, but you know, what do you expect? I mean, this time of recording this, the game's been out for like 4 days, probably a week by the time this video is released, or just under a week since when this video is released, and I think they've had a patch maybe, I don't know. Right, anyway, come on, let's stop here. There's a few people here waiting to get on. Oh, so let's open the doors, check see if anyone's getting on off. Yeah, perfect. Alright, there's one lady you can see is just waiting. Hello. Alright, so again, a single AB ticket, so single AB, press, take money, and give them a euro change. Always the same. It'd be nice to get different amounts, but I appreciate it is basic passenger ticket sales at the minute, so yeah, we'll get there eventually. Alright, cool, so let's pull out, make sure there's nothing coming. No, nothing in the left hand side mirror, just that police car. Alright, cool, going straight through. Hang on, so we've got about 800 metres before our next stop. So there's a lot of detail. I do like that. There's a lot of detail to like the sides of the road. You can see here it's become very built up, very congested. There's a lot of parked cars. I've got traffic currently set to normal. And I'm in a bus lane as well. Yeah, currently set to normal. So there's the like normal 100% amount of traffic. I know that has issues. Some of the videos I've watched so far, people have dialed it down to about 50% because it's probably a bit too much, but yeah, so far seems to be okay. We've only had one incident so far, but generally, yeah, it seems to be okay. But yeah, a lot of detail. Obviously, I'm not going to do a sightseeing tour because I have no idea any of the sites around Berlin. I'm not going to pretend to be your tour guide today. We'll maybe get onto that at a later date. But things like, you know, if you look at this street here, look at all this sort of foliage and building detail and things like the shops and stuff. Look really, well, there's no two shop there. Again, the branded shop. I don't know about Baker's Back and Coffee, whatever. But the detail they've put into the environment, the areas around the roads, whilst it might only be, you know, a street or two either side, depending on which route you're going on, it's immense. You know, the amount of work they've put into it. Right, let's go right here. Yeah. We're going left again at these ones, so it's got this weird island going on, so nothing coming, so let's go left. Oh god, we mounted the island, never mind. There wasn't a bollard or anything there that we could have taken out. Right, cool, and then our next stop coming up here on the right, so quite a few stops here, so we're using the last one where all these people are. Oh, right, let's stop there, that's fine. Oh, at the door, oh, yeah, it's still glitching through the door. Anyone get a ticket? Anyone want a ticket? No, no tickets. Right, cool. Make sure they're all sat down before we start to pull away. Cool. Got quite a congested bus, so shut our doors. Pull out. Perfect. So, yeah, obviously, I know they had a good potential base game to start with, because obviously you've got the likes of Tourist Bus and Fern Bus, which is, you know, already a good graphically used game, so a lot of the stuff can be lifted out of it, and you know, assets and stuff can be used. But yeah, I just think the environment, the outside world is pretty good on this particular one. So, right, cool, these lights are going to go green. So yeah, so I mentioned obviously about the phases of early access. So the second phase, which will be at some point in the near future, when I don't know, but it will come out at some point. So this has got a little bit more meat on the bone, a little bit more added to the game. So a couple of features that they are planning on adding to it is the bus modding tool. So I guess that's the ability for third parties, for people who want to try and create a bus for this, to try and do that. And I definitely think that is one of the great things about this, is the ability to add third parties, where that's where things like OMSI 2 and things like that have been so successful, been so good, is the fact that they've been able to add other buses. People can create their own buses, their own maps, and kind of whatever environment, whatever bus you want to do. There's for those of you that have seen the OMSI videos, there's a plethora of like English maps that you can do on it. There are loads of buses and stuff that they've done for that. So could you imagine on something like this, where the graphics are so much better and the assets are there, you could make such a great map. London in this would be amazing. I know it'd be massive, but even that, even being able to build your local town with some short bus routes. Could you imagine that? Just get to drive around your environment. So I don't know how easy it would be, but it'd be pretty cool. And what else you got? So then you've got multiplayer. So that's a big thing. I know that was one of the big things they were advertising about this game, was the fact that you'd be able to do multiplayer, and that will be multiplayer in free play. So like what we've got here. Obviously the ability to have more than one driver on routes. I'm not sure. Not sure on that one, because it's not, obviously in Bus Sim 18 you can do multiplayer, but one as the driver, one as a conductor. Be interesting to see, because this, obviously as you're doing the routes, you're kind of just driving. So you might see one, that looks like a prison, okay. You might see one person sort of passing on one way as you're going the other. I don't know, I'm not sure about that, but we'll see what they do with that one. Oh, hello. Okay, you're going to just drive in front of me. Okay, see what I meant about bad AI traffic. You've also then got two new lines, so 100 and 200, as they're affectionately known as, with various different route options and configuration again. We're going left here, just getting left lane, too busy rambling for paying attention to the road. So there'll be two new routes. Then there'll be apparently two new buses, yet to be defined. Whatever those buses will be, I don't know. Whether they will be what brand, what shape, size, single decker, double decker, solo or articulated, I don't know. I guess we'll find it out whenever, or a bit closer to launch. The one thing that is missing, and anyone that knows, if you've played, I don't know, Fernbus, played OMSI 2, you've played, even things like Bus Sim 18, is AI driving. Being able to be driving down the road and find another bus coming the other way. At the moment, the only buses that are out there in this are the ones that are parked. You saw one earlier, and there's a couple just as you leave the airport that are sat there waiting. So that would be, that's kind of a good thing to, I think, have some other buses driving on the routes that you're doing. Last couple of bits, and you've got a depot which you can start at, and then do all the routes from there. So that's quite good, and then also some support for controller. I'm using a wheel on this at the minute, and I think that works perfectly fine. I'm not sure why or how. I guess to probably make it more accessible. The ability to control control from Xbox or PS4 game controllers. So that's quite a, I suppose, quite an addition to it. There's some bits in there that I think are going to be quite good. Obviously, the additions of extra routes will increase the longevity of it, the ability to play this game even longer. But obviously the extra buses would be great, because otherwise you're just stuck driving around in the two that they come with, so this one and the articulated. And yeah, AI buses I think has got to be a plus. You've got to be able to see other buses on the route you're driving, because in real life there's going to be, it could be, I don't know, 2 or 3 buses running one single route, in one way and the same the other way. I guess it's just depending on what the timetable suggests. Yeah, and obviously the depot would be great. We all need bus depots, you need to know where to start from and where to end, and a bus depot is quite important. So I'm surprised that, not surprised that wasn't in the game to start with. It would have been cool to have that depot to start with. So definitely I think a lot for Phase 2. When Phase 2 comes out, only the developers will tell us that, and it could be 2-3 months. Quite a truck's a bit close. I don't know what this building is. It's a railway station. It looks fancy, whatever it is. I think it probably is the railway station. Happenbahnhof. I don't know my German, but I think that might be a bus station or train station. Probably completely wrong, but anyway. Alright, well, there's some building work going on, whatever it is, so we've got a stop coming up here on the right, so let's pull in by the crane. And yeah, there's a few people here waiting, so let's stop at the line. Perfect. And shut. That person's going to glitch halfway through the door again. That's, yeah, the person's waiting. Okay, yeah, there's definitely a lot of building work going on here. I guess that is hello, there we go. So yeah, same again. Tick that one, take the money, and a euro change as normal. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so a lot of construction and stuff going on around this area. Again, shut the doors, there's lots of people, so let's go. We are cool, only a short hop by the looks of it to the next stop. So yeah, so definitely a lot in Phase 2 to look forward to. Whether that is a week, a month, a year down the line, I don't know. I think it needs to be soon. I think the problem is if it doesn't come out quite soon, I mean months or so after launch, how many times are you going to do this route? How many different options? I'm already thinking, once we've done this one, done the reverse route in the next episode, what else are we going to do after? What's the next thought on this one? Do we build up a timetable? Do we build up a route from halfway and back? I don't know. I'll have to think about that, but yeah, it'd be good to get some extra bits and pieces added into it so that we can start, getting a few more thoughts and ideas. But that's like some sort of Gothic building or something like that. So a bit of construction coming up here. So is this a river or a railway line? River. Okay. So there's a lot of inland rivers, canals, whatever you want to call it, in this map. So a lot of features to that. And cool, another stop coming up here on the right, so let's pull onto the tram lines. You can feel that through the steering wheel, kind of like some vibration and stuff going through. And cool, we've got a few people here. Oh wow, I thought that truck was going to slam into the back of that van from there. Right, you guys getting on? Does anyone want any tickets? No? Okay, good, they're just as happy. That's one thing I miss from the likes of like OMC, even OMC and things like that, where you get like interactions, even if it's just to say hello. It would be nice to have some sort of interactions with the passengers. Right, cool, there we go. Right, so we've got a big old queue of traffic here. See if we can we squeeze in? Do we need to go up the inside? What should we do here? No, let's go up the inside. Let's hope that this lane here carries straight on. I think it probably does. Yeah, it looks like it does. Alright, cool. Look at that, just as timing. Got the lights to go green as we're going through. Oh, cool, let's carry straight on through. We're taking a right here anyway, so that was pretty good judgment, or luck, whatever you'd like to call it. Right, cool, let's watch where we're going. Right, perfect. Right, cool, and then another stop coming up here. So, again, changes into a very different environment here, so very, there's like parks and monuments and stuff here on the right. So just, even just turning off the main road, there's a lot of different places that have been designed. Right, cool. Let's get these people on. That still got the same issues we have in tourist bus, where the cars don't want to seem to go past you when you stop. That green fake Mercedes there decides it wants to stay there. Okay, cool. I'm not that far away from the curb, am I? Maybe a little bit. All right, let's shut the doors. Right, cool. So as you can see, we're about halfway through our route. Right, let's... Yeah, that car's now going. Perfect. Right, so let's pull on out. And we're running... Wow, look at that. We are running really behind. So we are about 5 minutes behind. So yeah, timekeeping has never been my great strength. You should know that by now. Keeping to a timetable and on time is not great. But we're kind of somehow, yeah, getting there. Alright, cool. Let's go through here. Yeah, a few things to negotiate. Okay, so this is Campus Mittel. I've probably butchered that again. Charterie? No, Charterie? No, who knows? Oh, look, Lidl on the left. So it was a Lidl store that we noticed. Right, and then a stop coming up just here on the right. Oh, so quite a few people waiting here. Let's stop and let these people on. So yeah, it'd be nice to have a bit more interaction with people. I know, no, still no tickets. Yeah, I know that. I guess if you, in the other ones, depending on what you did ticket sales wise, it'd be nice to see them at least, I don't know, scan something, you know, whether it be like an Oyster card or something that they can tap on a display screen, or a mobile phone app that they can touch on it as well. I don't know, it'd be nice to have some sort of passenger interaction as they get in, even if it's just them saying hello and good morning, one or other. But it would be nice to have something. I miss that in this game compared to the others. More shops. I don't know if that's a real shop. If anyone's German in here and they know that shop, then it's great. Alright, the Federales again. Alright, perfect. That lady's just walked to the edge of the curb and turned back. It's like she saw me coming and decided to stop. Right, so we've got green light, so let's head on through. And hopefully nothing decides to come out of the side roads and T-bone us. No, we're fine there. Right, squeeze through here, so traffic's definitely built up quite a bit. And these roads are getting narrow. I think I just missed someone saying an announcement there, but anyway, we're doing alright, so let's head on through. So we're going to Marshallsbrook, maybe? I don't know. We're up here on the right, that's the main thing. Right, cool, so proper bus stop with the glass bus stop itself. So there's a few people here, so I don't know if these people are waiting for us. If we open the doors, are they going to get on? Yep, seems to be making some sort of manoeuvre. Yeah, good. Alright, cool. They're all getting on. Doesn't seem to be the magic car that decides it wants to stay. Alright, so there's quite a lot of people getting off here. Right, is everyone off that's going to get off? Yeah, I guess so. Right, perfect. So let's head on out. Cool, car decided to stay wherever it was. Right, so there's a lot of what were sort of, I guess, stops of the river. Yeah, what were stops? What's this? This car's parked under this like connection main here. That's pretty cool. So yeah, when we were out of town at the beginning, and the stops were quite sort of far between stops. This time there's now quite a short distance in between each one. I think there's like 500 or 600 meters in between the two stops for this. So we're definitely, definitely starting to get closer. Right, this car's going right, so let's, finally it's going around there. Right, so we're what, 300 meters away from our next stop. A lot more traffic lights, a lot more urban built-up roads, a lot of bikes and stuff here, as you can see. And yeah, a lot more traffic lights. So costing us a lot of time in terms of all these traffic lights, and yeah, a few more pedestrians. What's that guy doing there? Okay, there. Okay, that's the pipeline again that goes all the way over there. Okay, you see that guy there? He's just waving his hands in the air. Is that him? Yeah. Look, he's getting very over dramatic with that lady. The zoom on this is pretty good. The graphics when you get up close to things are actually pretty good. And the detail on it is pretty amazing. So that's oh, okay, going left. Those bollards sort of suddenly drew in really quickly. That could probably do with a little bit of work. The fact that they just magically appeared just as we were sort of getting closer to them. Alright, cool. Another stop. So this is Brandenburger Tor. I don't know. I know that we're like 5 minutes late, so hopefully there's no one Oh yeah, look, there's the spike. I don't know what they call that. It's like the radio mast or tower or something in the distance there. But again, pretty good detail when you get up and you start zooming in on it and getting up close. Right, so let's shut the doors. We're now 6 minutes late. The camera stays on even after you're driving. Right, so another 400 metres before our next stop. A lot of road works going on, so obviously putting some sort of pipeline into the road. Right, cool. So quite slow. What are we doing? 50, there we go. So I think the speed limit there decided to glitch a little bit as it was as it stayed on there for a bit longer than it should have done. But anyway, yeah, so obviously we've gone through the first 2 phases of the game itself. Phase 3 probably is the biggest one and the one that most people are waiting for, which is the single player economy mode. So that's the creator and bus company. Very similar to Tourist Bus Simulator, so you can buy and sell vehicles, hire staff, maintain and repair your fleet, and then generate income from ticket sales. So again, pretty similar to what we've done in Tourist Bus Sim, so that'd be pretty cool to do. You can also do that in multiplayer as well, so you can have more than one person generating an income for your company. There'll be one new line, so that'd be 245 or Route 245, a final bus variant. I don't know what that means, whether it's a new bus or another variant of whatever we've got, but it'd be a new bus variant. AI trams, so I mentioned earlier about the tram lines and stuff, so there will be AI trams going through it. Okay, there's an announcement there. Yeah, so there will be AI trams, announcements and NPC audio dialogue. So finally, the phase that we want to get some sort of talking with our sort of passengers. So as you can see, we're here, get people on and they're not talking, so there will be NPC dialogue, so there will be people saying hello or whatever. I think hopefully it's better than it was in Tourist Bus, where they just say hello and all different kinds of languages. Cool, you need a ticket, so ticket AB1, print, take your money, give you €1 and get into the bus. Right, same for you, AB1, yeah, take it, take your money and go. Alright, cool. So yeah, so that's probably one of the something that'd be nice to have. Then finally, thing you've got what they call the open hub. So that's the free roaming area between Berlin Central Station and Potsdam Plaza, including the Tiergarten tunnel. So yeah, what that means, open hub, I don't know. I guess that's just going to be potentially a route that you don't have to, or a mode you don't have where you can just drive around. I don't know, but it'll be good, whatever it is. And what else we got? And then the final thing, which is to complete tutorials and checklists. Not sure about that, because technically by phase 3 you should have known how to do everything. You would have done this route about 26 million times, so a tutorial might not necessarily be required. A lot more construction work going on, more smoky bus, probably something. Anyway, so yeah, so those are the final phase 3, which again, whenever that is whenever that is. We will see when that final phase comes out. And I guess there's potentially, more stuff that they'll be looking at, more stuff that'll be development, and not to mention things like third-party mods for buses, hopefully maps as well. It'd be nice to see third-party maps. I don't know if that is even going to be possible, but that's potentially there. Well, look, we've got a speed camera coming up on the right. Let's see if we can find out where the speed camera is. So, police car's gone down there. Well, I can't see anything. Okay, who knows? Well, another river. A lot more construction, and yeah, some sort of train station, maybe shopping centre. Alright, we're going just right down the side of these traffics. Alright, let's stop at the lights. Alright, perfect. So, look at this. See, look how detailed this place is. Look at the graphics on all these older buildings, and then you've got like this new building with some sort of iPhone instructions on it. I don't know what this signboard here is saying here. Let's not try and butcher German before we leave this episode and alienate everybody. But yeah, it's you know, we're on. I think it's on to our last stop here coming up. So again, you can see a new area here. There's lots of shopping centres and stuff on the left, and lots of buildings and offices and stuff. So, so that's just sort of 3 phases of, I guess, in terms of your sort of development roadmap, whatever you'd like to call it. I think, yeah, as I say, it'd be interesting to see what time cycle they put on it. This tram line, I mentioned about tram lines earlier. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how long this does take for them. I guess keep an eye on things like the Steam pages, the Discord servers and whatnot, and they'll start to update those as and when they are. Obviously, I'm sure, as no doubt, as this goes along, the development patch after development patch, adding better optimization, stopping the game from crashing. To be fair, so far, touch wood, it's run pretty stable for me. We've not had too many issues. There hasn't been too many problems with it. I haven't had it crash yet. Haven't had, apart from a few AI driving issues and my poor driving issues, haven't really had any problems so far. I think that's a big positive. I think that is definitely something for us in terms of our initial thoughts on it. Is it does seem to be quite stable out of apart from that person trying to glitch through the door. Also, one more stop after this one. Yeah, so I think it's generally been quite good, and I think you'll all agree, graphically wise, it's a good, bear in mind it's early access, it is a good start. It's by no means a finished product, and it will no doubt not be where they finish. No doubt it will end up as a better, more polished, more in-depth product, but as something that we've been waiting for quite a long time, I think we've put on a good show so far. I think it's definitely been a good start to early access. We will see how long it takes them to continue through it. I think it will. That'll be the test. Is how quickly they start updating it, how much life cycle it's got, how quickly people start to maybe grow tired of what we've got in the base game. Because it's not a lot. I think it's, I don't know how many hours you get out of the base sort of phase 1, but we'd have to see. But I think as a starting point, it's good. It has the ability to get better and so much more to be added. So as a kind of alternative to a lot more serious bus games such as things like OMSI and stuff, we'll wait and see if it's going to be something that's going to compete with that in terms of an addition to our tourist bus videos and firm bus videos. I think it'd be a worthy addition to the channel. So just fingers crossed that they keep adding some more stuff to it. So here we are, last stop. Got a Europe car on the right side, so fancy renting a car instead of getting on the bus, more than welcome to. Right, cool. So let's let these last lot of people off. There's obviously no one here to get on. There's quite a few people to get off. And we've got, let's get the last couple of people off. And we'll see what happens when we end a route. So, and there we go. Route is complete. So the next route is TXL-2. Let's hit go. Oh, it's just telling us to turn around. Okay, cool. So so that is it. Obviously at the end we don't get a score, we don't get any points, we don't get any money because it's not in that particular route yet or development. But there is, as I say, there is a lot to take for positive for it. Apart from this camera view keeps glitching in and out again. That'd be nice to change. Alright, so guys, I think on that note, I think it's a good time to sum everything up. I think in positives, it's definitely got a lot of positives. As I say, the look, the feel, the driving ability is amazing. I think it's definitely got a lot of promise. Amount of content in the game for an early access game, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one. I think it's probably got a reasonably short-ish playing time if you just do the same route and mess around with some of the route planners and stuff like that. I think bad, obviously some of the AI driving could do with a bit better, and it just depends on how long these phases take to come out. But all in all, guys, really enjoyed it. I hope you have as well. If you have liked the video, please don't hesitate to click the like button. If you've enjoyed what you've seen and can't wait for the next episode, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We will have new episodes coming out of the bus when we get round to doing new stuff, as well as all the other bits and pieces such as Tourist Bus, Fan Bus, OMSI, Bus EP1 on the channel coming very soon. But yeah guys, as always, if there's any questions, queries, comments or suggestions, then please don't hesitate to put those in the comment section down below. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care, bye.